What's Gucci with the veterans? Military, active duty, back. Was having some technical difficulties with the live. But hey, y'all got any questions on the VA disability claims process? Active duty military, high value VA claims, denied VA claims, benefits delivery at discharge, champ VA benefits. Hey, veteran benefits at all. Let your boy know. Prior to me getting cut off, I was talking about compensation and pension exams, commonly known as C&P exams or VA C&P exams for veterans submitting disability claims to the Veteran Affairs. Hit it with the keywords, understand me? But hey, yeah, until I get somebody back in here, hit it with the like once y'all get back in. If y'all in here, say like, okay, what's Gucci with it? What's Gucci? Yeah, let's talk about. I'll wait a little bit, see if see some people come back in here before, so I'm not repeating myself. Fuck. Hopefully having a good day. Happy Tuesday. For some reason, I thought it was Thursday. I already want the weekend to come. Test. Who we got in here? Who do we got in here? I know I cut off. Okay, Emmy, back again. I went to 2 doctors. 2 asked for a Nexus. They were both afraid. Motherfucking scary cat ass motherfuckers. Back ball. Keep sweating nobody to give me one. Okay. I mean, you could. If you're like, not desperate, but if you're trying to look for a doctor and these doctors are saying no, I mean, you could check out Prestige Medical Consulting. That's actually who I went through to get a Nexus letter for my sleep apnea. I didn't really need it, but I didn't want to go into a sleep apnea claim without it. The more good medical evidence you have, the better. And the provider there, she was real good. Reasonable price. I think it was $600 for the Nexus letter, $150 for medical review, and you can go there multiple times with that $150. If you need a rush order, I think it's an extra $100 or $200 for that. But it's like $600 for Nexus letters, $150 for DBQs. Once that the VA was cracking down on doctors, supposedly. I mean, that's even worse. I mean, VA doctors are already not helping veterans get diagnosis or providing us with a Nexus letter or a DBQ. So it just sucks that they're trying to crack down on it even more. It's like, okay, why? What's the point of me coming to a VA medical facility to get treatment, build medical history, and evidence to submit for a VA claim if the VA hospitals are not providing us with the information we need to do that? That's like, it's just like, what I mean? It's like this cycle of like, we'll give you treatment, but we're not going to help you, obviously get paid for that treatment or, get paid for that disability in which you do have. So, it does kind of suck. That's why a lot of veterans are, if they know about it, they'll be going the community care route or, get a little part-time job, get a job that's going to, you can work enough to where you can obtain private medical outside of that. Because like I was the same way. Like I was going to solely just a VA medical facility. It's good, it's free, but they're not helping us. They were helping me. I wasn't getting diagnosed. When I would say something specifically, it'll go in one ear, out the other, one in the eyes, out the fucking ass. I'm like, what? Come on. Connecting to the new laptop, my motherfucker. It was like, what the fuck? What's going on? I bet it is. So luckily, once I went back to school, I was going to National University. I was working with them for a little bit. Well, I was working for the school enough to start seeing a private provider, and then from there, Bill Cosby hooked it up with a contracting job. Outside of that, working with the Navy, motherfucking squid billies. Gotta work with the squid billies, understand me? And then through there, I was able to, secure my private medical insurance. And I've only been doing private medical since, I'll say like 2018, 2019. 2019, I've been doing private medical since then. When I initially got out, 17, 18, well, 17 and a half of 18, I did that. Motherfucker Bill Cosby, yes, sir, he hooked me up, dog. No roofie style, no yellow pudding cup, dog. But, you know, he hooked your boy up. Yes, sir. Motherfucking Keith, motherfucking Sweat. They don't want your VA treating doctor to help, but they will trust us. Exactly. So it's like, okay. I mean, especially now, like if you've been seeing a VA doctor for like 10 months, that the word of that doctor should hold far more weight over that C&P examiner. As well as if you're getting treated for a disability, they could streamline the fucking, the VA disability claims process by requiring these doctors to, hey, if your veteran is trying to submit a claim, do a nexus letter, do a fucking DBQ. It's not going to get any better than that treating physician versus we're paying all these trillions of dollars, probably not trillions, probably a couple million, maybe a bill or two, for these third-party examiners to examine us for compensational and pension benefits. But VA doctors can do that. They were doing it. What was the problem? Maybe they were, getting bogged down and stuff, which I get. Maybe one doctor at the VA, they may have 100 fucking veterans, but I guarantee not all 100 of those veterans are submitting VA claims. And in the absence of not going, not being able, but going to see a C&P examiner from a third party, possibly, okay, if we can't get this veteran in to see one, let's ping their VA provider, like, hey, write a DBQ, write a nexus on this veteran. Ain't no one's gonna. There's not gonna be anyone better than you. Or if it's a private medical provider, hey, teach them. Hey, here you go. I need you to provide me with an independent medical opinion. Here's the form. This is what our C&P examiners are gonna fill out anyway. So can you fill this out? As well as here's the DBQ as well. CFR 38. Evaluate them. Obviously they're gonna need to bring you in and evaluate you. Going from there, hey, easy peasy. But of course, it's too easy. They're not gonna make the benefits easier for us to obtain. They're gonna make that shit hard as fuck. That's why they have all these. They're trying to crack down on VA medical providers now. I didn't even hear about that. C&P examiners are hit or miss depending on where you're at, located in the states. And then if you're overseas, it's like even worse. It's like slim pickings. You definitely got to fight for yourself if you're overseas. I know a couple of veterans that are overseas. Philippines, Canada, veterans. And, when it comes to treatment and medication, and like the Philippines, it's scarce. And like when it comes to like C&P exams and like Canada, they're like, oh, fuck, we don't know. And, it's going to suck if they hit that vet with, hey, 2 weeks or a week out or 3 days, hey, we need your ass in like fucking Seattle, Washington. I'm like, bruh. Or, anywhere along the northern fucking states. No, I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyways, enough of that. That was some friendly banter. Anyways, hey, as y'all coming in, y'all got any questions on the VA disability claims process? Bill Cosby, motherfucking John Wick, let your boy know. ME. If I have a diagnosis for a condition from my private doctor and my VA doctor will not give me a diagnosis. Okay. Hold on, let me see that. Is that good? Is that good enough to file my claim? Yep, 100%. Like, you don't need your VA doctor to co-sign on a diagnosis that you was able to obtain through your private doctor. It could go the same way around as well. Like, you could have a private doctor that they'll, prescribe you a medication, they'll build your medical evidence, but they're not trying to diagnose you. And then you might go over, rare times where you'll go to a VA doctor and be like, hey, I've been being treated for, PTSD for 7 years. Where the fuck is my diagnosis? Oh, I got you, dog. I got you, Emmy. But more than likely, you're always going to get a diagnosis, better medical evidence from that private doctor versus a VA medical doctor. I will only, if I needed to, use the VA for x-rays, MRIs, CAT scans, emergency fucking care services, but specific locations, not like, Not no LA fucking. I ain't hitting the VA in the LA. Hell no. No, sir. At that point, I just fucking take my private medical and go in somewhere good. But it just depends. There are some good VA medical providers, but 99% of them, they're fucking absolute camel cheeks. Camel cheeks. Y'all heard me. But hey, y'all got any questions? Any questions? Comments, concerns? I will drop that sleep apnea VA claim DQ C&P exam breakdown tomorrow. Motherfucking LG. My bro came back. Yeah, I'm at 92%. Okay, at the moment, but I got a couple irons on the stove. There you go. I'll get that 95 along with putting in for the IBS. Yes, sir. Yep. Hey, if you get 30% for IBS, that'll put you at that 93. That'll put you at that 100%. That 100% adopt the Debo. Hopefully you'll be at permanent total. Because that'll be the next battle you got to fight once you do get to 100%. If all of your disabilities are not considered permanent, you'll just have a regular 100% status like motherfucking Bill Cosby. You understand me? Motherfucker, keep sweat. Don't forget, veterans, you have to claim PACT Act or submit intent to file by August 9th in order to get benefits backdated. I think it needs to be submitted. Intent to file? Maybe intent to file. But I think it needs to be submitted. I'm not too sure on the submission part. I mean, the intent to file part. Because, like, the back pay right now it's like an automatic intent to file. If you have a diagnosis prior to August 22 of last year, prior to the PACT Act 2022 being signed, if you have a diagnosis, treatment history, obviously a deployment, your military record can account for your presumptive conditions being, okay, there you go, you've been exposed. You still need a current diagnosis, not like today, but that diagnosis would have, to receive the back pay, the diagnosis needed to have been issued prior to August of last year. And it could be intent to file. I would check on that. Worst case, at least submit it. I'm not too sure on the intent to file part, but there you go. Motherfucker Keith Sweat coming in singing in here with the motherfucking advice, yes, sir. It's a VA, SCT, a diagnosis for a claim. Since diagnosis starts with ICD, International Classification of Diseases, all my VA problems start with SCT, not ICT. I would say possibly. I'll leave a comment. Hold on, let me see. I'll leave a comment on the video. I'll check on that. Let me screenshot that and check on it. I'll check on it, Emmy. I'll check on it. Hit him with the Mimi special. I need some. It's my fucking Disney hat over there. Boy, was slow roasting over there. As y'all coming in, y'all got any questions on the VA disability claims process, denied VA claims, PACT Act presumptive claims, active duty military transitioning out? You got questions about the benefits delivery at discharge? I recommend take advantage of it. You can file your VA claim 180 days prior to separating from the military, which will alleviate a lot of stress coming up on separation and then trying to figure out about the VA disability claims process. You'll be behind. You'll be salty. You'll be stressed. And it's like, I should have listened to Debo 180 days ago. Motherfucking keep sweat. I've been told VA problem list is... Hold on. My bad. I dropped y'all back. My bad. I dropped y'all. Not necessarily. No, so you still need the problems list is like a complaint section. Same thing for like private medical. There'll be like, complaints and problems and issues, but then there'll be an actual diagnosis, and the diagnosis usually is associated with, like medication or some type of treatment plan. And usually doctors, they like to give a diagnosis if they plan on treating you. So just keep that in mind. Let me see, man. Make sure this motherfucker don't fall again. Oh, me. It's fucking hot up here. Let me point these up. Oh man. You see that? Motherfucking even Stevens. Can a C&P doctor add items to your claim for rating? Yes, 100% they can, but I mean, very few will, because they're either, I don't know, they act like they're too busy, they don't want to help us. It's always an excuse when it comes to like trying to help a veteran out and stuff. But they absolutely have that in their power to recommend, hey, we're seeing you for like fucking sleep apnea, but you're having some other issues. We can request back to either your VA rater or to the VA. Send a request like, hey, we're assessing this veteran for sleep apnea and notice they are having, X respiratory issues. We recommend a C&P exam be ordered. Or if you're going in there for your back and then they see things wrong with your neck, you can't fucking, you should you're turning like this instead of like this and shit, Oh, you know what I'm talking about? They definitely have the power to recommend for a C&P exam to be ordered, since you'll be in the VA claims, like you're currently in the process, because it doesn't make sense. But time and time again, a lot of C&P examiners or VA raters, they'll get that information, they'll see it. Oh yeah, we've noticed you have another disability, but we're not gonna call you. We're not gonna schedule. We'll just let that fucking, let it go to the wayside. Maybe you'll forget about it or won't even see it, and then that's less benefits we gotta pay if it's associated with anything. If you're not at 100%, obviously they're gonna restrict it. Maybe if you were at 100%, then maybe more likely to, okay, just put them in for a C&P exam. Get service connected to ensure. If you were, what's the word? If you were ever in a position to where a disability was identified and it had the potential of, checking you out off a limbo permanently, then definitely, you want to get that service connected to take care of your family, not friends, but your spouse, kids, any beneficiaries that would be able to tap into the DIC benefits. Questions? Any other questions? Comments? Concernos? Oh, appreciate the likes. Appreciate the love. Motherfucking even Stevensons. They want your expert opinion. Who screws the vets worse on getting rating? C&P examiner or VA raters? I would say I would say the C&P examiner. But it depends. It really depends. Because you can have a fucking, Galactus, motherfucking Captain America fucking VA rater, or a Captain America motherfucking, C&P examiner. They're writing detailed information, they're checking all the boxes that supports 50% for migraines. Take me for example. I had a C&P examiner. He was a PA. He was good. He was thorough. He reviewed my STR and all my medical evidence for that C&P exam prior to me coming in. He actually typed a lot of shit into the DBQ prior to me even walking in as well. Even though I had my DBQ, I had everything I submitted for that claim, I walked in, motherfucker had the DBQ up on the whiteboard. He's like, hey, we ready. I'm like, yo, what we doing? And, everything was there. I was just so happy. I was like, God damn, that's like VIP fucking C&P exam experience. It was like going down to a lot, prostrating migraines, blah, blah, blah. That box. I thought he checked it, but I didn't see him check it. But I wasn't really worried about it. He typed in like a paragraph worth of information in that box alone that supported 50%. Everything else on that DBQ supported 50%. Then he pulled up the IMO, typed in a lot of stuff. Boy was like, whatever, fuck. Submitted the claim, and then when it got to that C&P examiner, The C&P examiner was trying to give me 30%. I'm like, huh? 30%? What you talking about? I saw the DBQ on the fucking wall being filled out, and you're telling me this is a 30%? Why? What are you seeing that I don't see? And after, reviewing this DBQ over and over and over and over again with my VSO, it was literally like that examiner, he submitted it to the VA. My VSO got a notification. She got a copy, got a hold of that prior to that rater, finalizing it or anything. And literally within like 30 to 45 minutes, that VA rater was already trying to give me 30%, close that fucking claim out. I was like, wait, hold up. Is this the box that determines the difference between 30% and 50%? Because if it is, this box needs to be checked. There was not a yes or no in that box. It was completely blank. But the text information, the open text that's underneath that question, does the veteran have prostrating migraines? It was filled out completely. But the checkbox was completely empty. Yes or no. So I'm like, hey, I sent it back to my VSO, like, hey, blah, blah, blah. This VA rater, I don't know if he's blind, crazy, stupid, but definitely we need to, see if we can, appeal this or challenge it prior to that VA rater finalizing the claim. And that's a sweet spot. Like, if you got a good VSO, that's what I tell you, screen these VSOs. At minimum, they need access to VBMS, the Veteran Benefit Management System. If they do, they'll be able to set up notifications, not for every veteran. Some veterans may have overwhelming medical evidence. Some may not have enough, or some are just like, like your boy Debo, concerned with the VA claims process, and I want updates. I went in, like, as I was getting, in the claims process, I tell my VSO, like, okay, hey, submit this, blah, blah. They submit it. I let her know, hey, I got a C&P exam coming. I go into the exam. I let her know how it went. Try to give her a rough skinny on the questions I was asked, all the questions, how long it went. DBQ. I was like, hey, watch out for the DBQ. Always watch out for the DBQ. Put a notification, let your boy know. Because I definitely want to look at it prior to it being finalized. See if we got, contest it with an inadequate exam. Or if it's good, okay, Gucci. Hey, that's service connection. Because most VSOs, they're pushing for service connection. Not so much, oh, we're trying to, push you to 100%. No, that's motherfucking Debo job. But my VSO, she was definitely 100% fucking, she was in it to win it. She was my fucking guardian angel. Appreciate it. But yeah, hopefully I answered the question. Even motherfucking Stevens. But then, like, on the flip side, in this, my current claim, hold on, Larry. Okay, I do got a question. I got ME. If your nexus and statement stated prostrating migraines and the C&P does not mark prostrating, would that be enough? No. I mean, it will be enough with your medical evidence, but if that C&P examiner didn't check that box that says yes, I would why didn't they? I would ask them, if you have the time and that claim hasn't been finalized yet, but I'm like, hey, why are you not checking prostrating migraines in this box? When all my medical evidence shows that, my doctor, my treating physician, my neurologist that I've been seeing for the last 2 years, they say they're prostrating. But, this is the only time I'm seeing you, and you're saying no. Why is that? Definitely question these C&P examiners. Motherfuckers slap their ass with the goddamn frying pan. Motherfucker, even Stevens. But then, like, on the flip side, when I went in for an increase for my mental health, the C&P examiner was ass. He was trying to, put me down, tell me, oh, no, fucking 30% for fucking insomnia. That's good enough. That's good enough. I'm like, you better sit your fucking crazy looking ass down. Motherfucking psych sync, motherfucker started. He started his practice in like 1970 something. It's like, you need to sit down, give me my motherfucking benefits. You've been enjoying benefits for the last 50 years, dog. Didn't read my medical profile, didn't look at my medical evidence I submitted, and I brought everything in there with me. Because he just seemed like a fucking piece of shit, and I couldn't find anything on him. even though he's been fucking a doctor since the 1970s, I can't find nothing on him. No. Went in, he has some shit fucking information. Like, he submitted like a shit DBQ. It supported an increase, but I was only hoping for from 30 to 50. But then that C&P examiner, they looked at it. It was okay. They looked at what that C&P examiner wrote, and then they looked at all my medical evidence. Personal statement was on fucking point. And then it's like, okay, instead of just giving them a 50, they gave your boy a motherfucking 70% out the motherfucking boot. So, it's flip-flop. Oh, motherfucker, keep sweating. What's up, dog? It depends on the claim, specifically, and then your VA rater. Some VA raters are all for you. Some VA raters aren't. They're just trying to, I don't know if some of them just pass that shit through like a fucking 1980 Scantron for a fucking, 10th grade motherfucking exit exam. But the VA rater had my last claim that took me from 90 to 100. He was definitely looking out for your boy. Definitely. 100%, baby. 100% mentality, baby. So hopefully, there's no right or wrong. I mean, there's no all VA raters are ass or all C&P examiners are ass. It just depends on each specific claim, each individual C&P exam. No, each claim, because you can have all good fucking C&P exams, but you got a shit VA rater, or flip side, you've had all shitty C&P exams, but you got a good VA rater. They might call you, or they may just give you the benefit of the doubt, give you service connection, or increase. But you definitely need to make it easy for that VA rater. Have a diagnosis. If it's direct service, have in-service complaints. If it's secondary, have causation. Clearly identified, highlighted, everything. Personal statement, detailed. Talk about your symptoms associated with what that VA rater is going to be looking at. They're going to be looking at the CFR 38 and the M21-1. And they're looking for symptoms associated with that. And then as well as if there's any symptoms listed on the DBQ, they'll go off of that as well. Going from there, personal impacts that they apply, as well as professional work, occupational impacts. Personal statement for both will be great. It's not required, not necessary, but it will be great. It'll increase that likelihood of getting service connected, direct, secondary, or an increase. And on top of that, your medical evidence. Just showing that, okay, you've still been being seen for this issue. Don't stop going, or don't stop being treated whenever you hit submit, because then it'll be like, okay, well, you did all this work for the last year and a half, 6 months. You hit submit 4 months ago, but now, come your C&P exam, you haven't, you just went ghost. Is everything good? I mean, we're going to service connect you maybe. We're not going to give you 30%. You know what I'm talking about? And that really goes for, especially for hypertension. Like, whenever you hit submit, you still need to be obtaining that medical evidence for any hypertension VA claims. Well, hopefully that motherfucker. Any other questions, comments, motherfucker concerns, motherfucker keep sweat, motherfucker LG, I see you, dog. ME, could you get VA rater to give us? Hold on, let me see. Could you get a VA rater to give us an inside look at what they are looking for and any advice to give us? Hold on. Look at we're gonna make our claims better and get a higher rating. All right. I have been trying to get some VA raters. I've actually invited a few. I haven't seen any on here, but most of the VA raters that I do know, they're on my TikTok account. And whenever I go, like, I rarely go live. I probably go live there at least once a week. And then the last few times I've been going live, they haven't been on. But usually I'll have like 2 or 3 VA raters join, as well as a program manager for the VA raters. They've joined, most of them, they concur with what I'm saying. I've invited them, like, hey, come over to, to the YouTube, to the YT channel, get your boy, because I have a lot of veterans over there that would like to speak to y'all directly instead of, just doing his, like, just messages and stuff like that. One, he said yes, but I haven't heard back from him. He's actually the program. I think he's a program manager for the VA Raiders. He used to be a VA Raider, got promoted obviously, so now he's managing like a team of motherfucking VA peasants. Motherfucking Even Stevens. Can Debo get the lady VSO that helped him on Debo Vet Show? I can ask her. Yeah, I can ask her. She works for Moody Warrior Project. I'll definitely hit her up. I'm like, hey, what's up? What is up, Guardian Angel? I got some questions, comments, concerns, and I got a couple of vets who would like to see you on the motherfucking channel. Motherfucking LG. I love much love, bro. Yes, sir. Truly, we're still working on with that sleep apnea too. Okay. Waiting on results from my at-home sleep study. There you go, dog. There you go. Hey, are you going to try to file direct for sleep apnea or secondary? Okay. Got flex on the top mount. Oh, look at him sweating. Even though I got the AC on. All right. It's a little less brighter. Damn, look. But, questions, comments, concerns on the VA disability claims process, denied VA claims, sleep apnea VA claims, chronic sinusitis VA claims. Got hit it with the keywords, you know what I'm talking about? Me. Yeah, I was actually looking into Champ VA, and it's Emmy could have an intent to file open with an open claim. Yes, 100% you can, but sometimes the VA make mistakes, and they might fucking put whatever you submitted on a prior intent to file. They may adjudicate it with the most recent intent to file. VA accidents. So it just all depends. But if you have a VSO, they should be able to manage that a lot better than just Joe Six-Pack going in, submitting the claim, then fucking 6 months down the line they start another intent to file, and it's even this baby because I do plan on filing a claim. But then maybe a month after you've opened that second intent to file, the VA, they close your claim, you get service connected, but then they use that recent date. So definitely recommend a VSO. LG, probably secondary, since it wasn't in service, but I retired May 2023. Okay, what you think? I mean, if you retired May 2023, you can still file direct. Be careful with the BC. They combine mine with the BC. What the fuck is the BC? BC, motherfucking bubble guts, bubble crumbs. What's BC? BC. Fuck is BC? Bronchio? Fuck is BC? What's BC, dog? But yeah, LG. If you retired May, you're still within that 1 year period where anything, well, in theory, most of the things you claim, they should be directly true. Okay, because all right, there you go. Yeah, if you're within a 1 year period, you've been diagnosed within that 1 year period, it's attributed to your active duty time period. Do you have any in-service complaints of sleep issues or personal? I mean, obviously you're gonna definitely do a personal statement. In absence of any complaints of sleep issues in service, are you able to obtain like a buddy statement or two from co-workers, supervisor, at least from your last duty station that can count? Yeah, LG be coming in here fucking 8 a.m. bright and early, and he falls asleep at his desk. I can hear him snoring fucking 2 blocks away outside and shit. He's over there choking on his tongue. Hey, y'all coming in, got any questions? Let your boy know. If not, I think I'm gonna be jumping off in a few minutes. Ah! Waiting on LG. Waiting on LG. In-service complaints. One. You just need one complaint. In-service. One thing. At least that's what the C&P examiner told me when I went in for my supplemental. I bought in like motherfucking fist worth of medical evidence, but it's like, oh, we just need one thing. One thing, and you're telling me I was denied fucking what? 21, 20, 19, 18. I was denied back in 2017. Oh, what's up, Cinco Blue? What's Gucci with it? Oh, thanks for the info. No problem. No problem, motherfucker. Keep sweat, motherfucker. Nobody. What's poppin', Cinco Blue? Alright. If I ain't got no more questions, I gotta start cooking. Cooking this salmon potatoes with the basil sauce. You know, it was requested once more from the peasants. You know, aka the fan bam. But hey, until next time, this motherfucking Debo out. I will be dropping the sleep apnea DBQ breakdown C&P exam tomorrow. Check it out. Got some other videos too. Check those videos out if you haven't. But until next time, stay Gucci with it.